Okay, so now we're going to talk about how to code using Blockly. So for this, you're going to need an iPad. Let me move that down to try to get the glare off. And what you're looking for is the Blockly. It has Dashbot and the word Blockly underneath. It's orange. And so you're going to click on that and Blockly opens up. And then you see the triangle. So you're going to click on that triangle. Ooh, we have a lot of glare here. Okay, now that we're in Blockly, we're going to click on this My Projects, and we're going to create a new project. And it gives it a name, but that name doesn't really mean anything to us. And Mrs. Williams wants to make sure she doesn't erase your work. So instead, you're going to name the project your initials. So if this is Mrs. Williams, I'm going to put MW, and my partner is Mrs. Egan. So we're going to put Egan. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to put M-E for Egan. So M-E for Mrs. Egan. And then we'll tell the keyboard to go away. And then we will pick the button that says create. Okay, I can't tell. So now we have a white screen, but we don't have a dashbot to code yet. So up here in the top corner, you'll see a plus sign. If you click that plus sign, it will look for any dashbots that are turned on. Right now, there's only one dashbot, and that's the one that I'm using. That's Mr. Dash. If you have lots of dashbots show up, make sure you look at the bottom of your dashbot for its name. We have Mr. Dash. So I'm going to click Mr. Dash. And now, did you hear how he went crazy? Because anytime you pick up a dashbot, he goes nuts. He likes to be on the ground. He doesn't like to be picked up. Okay, so now that we have our blank screen, over here on the left are your coding blocks. Take this win block and move it to the middle, because when you touch on Drive, you can pull out coding blocks. Notice some say forward, backwards, turn right, turn left. So I'm going to pull out a forward. Now remember, my goal is to get Dash to go from his spot here on this orange spot to that red orange cone in the middle of the floor. So I'm trying to drive him over there. So I need him to go forward. So I'm going to push go forward. And now I can touch the numbers and change how far forward he goes by increasing or decreasing this line. So right now I have him going 70. Oh, I have him going backwards. Whoops, I don't want him to drive backwards. So let me throw that away in the trash can and try that again. I'm going to drive forward, and I want him to go forward. I'm going to go, I think 100 might be too far. Let's go 60, and I can make him go slower or faster. I'm going to go ahead. I think fast. He might run into things. I'm going to go slow. Okay. Now, once I have that coded, down here at the bottom, there's a green start button. So I'm going to hit that start button, and it's going to make him drive. Let's watch him drive. So let me hit start, and then we'll see what Dash does. So he went to this first cone. Now he has to be able to turn and go between the cones to get to the orange cone. Okay, so I know that he has gone the right distance, but now I need to bring him back to start. So I'm going to pick him up 2 legs, bring him back to start. And now I know he's gone far enough. Now he needs to turn. So let me pull out a drive block. And if I want him to turn that way, that would be right. So let me grab a turn right. Now notice it says, this yellow tells you how far he should turn. I don't know that I need a full square corner. So I'm going to do just turn a little bit so he can get through those 2 cones over there. Okay, and then I'm going to hit play and let's watch. Okay, so now he's turned and now I need to make him go forward to the next. Okay, but before I add my next code block, I need to bring him back. So pick him up with 2 hands, bring him back, and set him on start. Remember, the triangle needs to be in the front so that he knows, or so that you are going in the right direction. Okay, and then you just keep working with your code blocks until you figure out how to get your Dashbot over to that orange cone in the middle. Have fun coding.